Hey everybody, Chess here to answer another question for Tweet Cho Doubts, which is the finale of our You Decide series here at Advance. Now, this question we actually got a lot of variants of, but they're all essentially asking the same thing. What is time to God? Now, other people asked, how long is a 24-hour day for God? Or why didn't God create the universe sooner if he's always been around? Now, the answer to these questions is actually pretty mind-boggling and can be difficult to wrap your head around, because to answer these questions, we have to go back and answer the question, what is time? Well, time is a measurement. It's how we measure the duration of an event. So in the same way that we use the dimensions of width, height, and depth to measure the boundaries or the limits of an object, we use time to measure the limits or the boundaries of an event. Essentially, time is how we measure the passing of our own existence. And the key to understanding the answer to this question is in that statement. We are dying creatures. We have a limited amount of time, and when that time is up, we will die. And the beautiful thing here is that unlike us, God will never die. He is infinite and everlasting, which means that in the same way that he's not limited like we are by height and width and depth, he's also not limited by time. He is not bound by it in any way. So where we say time as a linear sequence of cause and effect, one event after the other, God sees time, everything that has ever happened, everything that's happening right now, and everything that will ever happen all at once. This is such a difficult concept for us to grasp because we don't come from a perspective of not being limited by time. Well, the scriptures best explain this in 2 Peter, whenever Peter wrote, "With the Lord, one day is as 1,000 years, and 1,000 years are as one day." Now, in this scripture, Peter was actually responding to people of his day who were griping and moaning about the fact that they thought Jesus was being slow about coming back from heaven to judge man like he said he was going to. Well, Peter's actually referencing a much earlier scripture, one of the Psalms, where Moses wrote, "For 1,000 years in your sight are but as yesterday when it is past, or as a watch in the night." Now, in this psalm, Moses is contrasting our limited time here on earth with God's infinite and everlasting nature. And the same psalm goes on to say, "Teach us to number our days so that we may get a heart of wisdom." Moses was reminding the people of his day that they need to spend their time wisely because it's limited. They don't have an infinite and everlasting nature like God does. So similarly, Peter is reminding the people of his day that we are limited, but God is infinite and everlasting, which means it's impossible for him to be slow. He's just waiting on the time that he has deemed absolutely perfect to come back and judge man. So, what is time to God? It's essentially just a limitation of our understanding. Like I said, this is a difficult concept to grasp, but hopefully this answers your question, or is at least the start of an answer. For further reading, you can check out the scriptures at the end of this video. Also, subscribe to our channel here on YouTube, and make sure to tweet or post your questions to Instagram using the hashtag Tweet Cho Doubts. We might just answer one of yours. Thanks for watching.